Hey everyone, Udub here. Welcome back to the channel. Bringing you a new video, this time playing Madden 23 and playing this on my PS5 on my LG C1. Now, just to jump in real quick and kind of establish the tech first. So here on the PS5, there are two graphics options. I am playing with the favor image. It's just called image quality in the settings menu. There's two though. There's basically favor image and favor performance. Now, for the PS5, it's kind of irrelevant because they both play at 4K 60. Or sorry, well, they both play at 60 FPS, I should say. The performance mode is really, at least right now, only useful on the Xbox Series X because performance is meant to target 120 FPS. However, it doesn't seem, at least right now, that on the PS5, the VRR support or anything like that is really active. So really, for the most part, both settings play at 60 FPS. The only actual difference on PS5 is that under favor image quality, the cutscenes, like the basically when it between plays it shows the coach or things like that, those go down to 30 FPS. But otherwise, it's again, they're both a 60 FPS experience. Now, jumping in here before ending commentary, but just to lay some context here on my playing. So, well, first, this is just the first half of the game, so I'm just playing with the Chargers against the Patriots. Now, personally, I'm not really the biggest fan of kind of the yearly release model of sports games. Again, I really just don't think there's a lot of difference personally between yearly releases on these type of titles. So for me, as it applies to Madden, the last Madden I purchased was 2018. Haven't bought a new one since then. You know, it's similar with 2K, the 2K NBA 2K games. The last one I purchased for that was 2K20. And so I want to lay that framework because, again, I'm not coming from 22 to 23. I'm coming all the way back from 18 now to this. And so with that respect, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of improvements here, I think. It is a fun game to play. It's obviously much better graphically because 2018 was only a last-gen title. But a lot of the mechanics, particularly what they've been branding as their field sense, which is supposed to be the new backbone of a lot of the animations and physics of this game, you know, it does feel better. Like, you know, in my opinion, at least, the overall running and momentum doesn't feel as arcadey as it used to. I'm not necessarily sure, again, because I didn't really touch 22 if that was still the case then. But overall, I mean, from an image quality standpoint, it looks gorgeous on this TV. From playability standpoint, it is a lot of fun. You know, I'm currently playing on the 10-hour game trial through EA Play. I might, honestly, just because I really have been enjoying this, I actually might end up purchasing this game and probably kind of restart the cycle of holding on to this one as my football fix for the next 4 or 5 years. But we'll see. Again, just with the field sense tech that they're doing, you know, I am hoping that we can maybe get some other developments in the physics department. I was a huge fan of Backbreaker back in the day, which was a football game made off of the Euphoria engine, and so again, I don't know if that'll be the case, but it would be awesome to see. But anyways, like I said, this game's fun. It's been a blast thus far in this 10-hour trial, and I'll continue to make some more videos playing different games and through different periods. But with that, I appreciate y'all for your continued support and for joining me. Just please leave a like, subscribe, share, and I'll talk to you later.
Controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On 2nd and 10, Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. This will be play number 9 in the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll drop it underneath to White. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He's also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to get this up to midfield. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally,
touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 36 yards. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, 31 yards. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New England's offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jones going deep here for Parker. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nick Folk for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Juwan Bentley there to get him down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. His throw is going to be incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
finds his target, Allen. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the 25 on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Herbert now. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, though. Let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for New England. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that's